Okay, yes, I'm a little bit late to this one, but literally it was a long, hard road to get my hands on this pair of shoes, and besides, this is one of my favorite sneakers from 2020, so yeah, I'm very excited to say the least about taking a look at this pair of shoes. I'll explain everything, but of course, today we are taking a look at one of 2020's best sneakers, and that of course is the Nike and Sacai Vaporwaffle in the Villain Red colorway. Here is the box, the exact same box we've seen for pretty much all of the Sacai and Nike collaboration. You also do get some special paper in there with the Nike Sacai branding, but here is the pair of shoes we're taking a look at today, the Nike Sacai Vaporwaffle. So you do get an extra pair of black laces, which, to be honest, might actually be a nice touch to just go all black with the laces instead of the green. So it all started back when, of course, I took an L on Nike sneakers for all of the Vaporwaffles. And what happened was I grabbed this colorway of the Sacai Vaporwaffle. This one would probably be my first choice. However, after paying for it and getting it in hand, I realized, yeah, this is a size too big. Of course, since then, the prices have been skyrocketing on pretty much all four of the colorways. So this one, just since I bought it, has gone up by like £100. So it kind of crept out of the budget that I could afford, so yeah, we kind of had to forget about this one. So yes, I found a pretty solid price tag, and I managed to grab this pair, which again, since has gone up in price. I just kind of thought, well, listen, these just seem to keep on going up in price. I either pull the trigger now or it just goes way out of my budget. The prices on these, if you look at the graphs on StockX, are literally just straight up. So like I said, this was my second option in terms of a colorway, right? I originally wanted the Sport Fuchsia, or whatever we're calling that one. And this was kind of the next best thing, the more affordable option. But listen, once I put this on foot, it is... man, I'm super glad I went with this colorway. So in total, we have 4 different colorways of the Sacai Vaporwaffle. We had the black version, the Sport Fuchsia, we had this Villain Red colorway, and then we had a green and yellow colorway. All of them are pretty ridiculously expensive, specifically the black and the Sport Fuchsia, and all of these retail for £160 or $180. So you can definitely say that these have a pretty huge price premium in terms of the aftermarket. This specific colorway released towards the end of December. Now, in terms of upcoming colorways of the Vaporwaffle, you do not have to worry too much because there are a plethora of different colorways that are going to be releasing. However, what they're doing is not only changing the colors of the sneakers, they're actually changing some of the materials that you find from these original ones to the ones that are dropping this year. Kind of very similar to what Sacai and Nike did with the LDV waffle, where they had their original colorways and later down the line they released some with kind of like almost a nylon upper. That is exactly what's happening to the Sacai Vaporwaffle. So these original ones are always going to be, personally, my favorite. I guess this is a pretty crazy sneaker model. I mean, the design is pretty bizarre. The midsole kind of looks like it's falling apart. I mean, I wonder if I could just pull this apart. However, trust me, when you put these on feet, you're gonna understand what I'm talking about. These look damn good. It really is just a sneaker that has set itself apart from the rest. It kind of fits in a perfect midpoint between being too crazy of a design to where it just looks obscene on feet, and of course being a sneaker that is just a regular, normal, run-of-the-mill pair of shoes. It kind of fits perfectly in between there. Everyone I know that has a pair of these Sacai Vaporwaffles, they all say that they love it, and I can really see why. So before we get into the sizing and how comfortable this shoe is to wear on foot, I do want to get into some of the materials that is on here. It is a pretty heavy sneaker, and I guess that comes with, I'd say, predominantly this very chunky midsole. It is pretty much a sandwich of two midsoles, two cushioning systems, and again, that motif of double everything is existing with pretty much all Sacai collaborations. You're getting double lacing, you're getting two tongues, you're getting two midsoles, two Nike swooshes, so it's very apparent that this is two different Nike silhouettes mixed together to create this Vaporwaffle. And those two kind of heritage Nike models are of course the Pegasus and the Vaporfly, both from 1983. So this is definitely something that dips into Nike's past and has just come back with something that just looks so crazy and yet so good. Upper is a mix of breathable mesh material, some very nice premium feeling nappy suede, and some leather. So how did these feel on foot? What do they feel like when I was wearing them? Well, listen, I do have to say, something that honestly surprised me a little bit is how comfortable these are. I kind of presumed that the midsole was predominantly just, design first, comfort and practicality second, and that may have some truth to it. However, you don't really think that when you're wearing it and you realize how comfortable it is. The huge stack of midsole cushioning that you get on it is actually relatively soft and does feel really, really good underfoot. Now, I do have to say that you are literally standing on all of this, so I mean, you're gonna gain a little bit of height with this, which again is a pro or a con depending on who you are. As for sizing, this actually fits true to size. I mean, this is predominantly going to look very chunky on foot. I mean, if you take a look at the upper, look where the shoe kind of ends and then where the midsole kind of carries on. So yes, I would recommend going true to size on this. That's how it fit me. It fits me much better than when I had the size up. It's a chunky yet sleek looking pair of shoes, and I've no doubt if you have any of the Sacai Vaporwaffles, you are thoroughly enjoying and loving your pair of shoes. If you're on the market to potentially pick up a pair of Sacai Vaporwaffles, it is very expensive, and that definitely is something to take note of. So let's take a little look at some of the upcoming colorways this year. But actually a really nice black colorway. We've got a more tan and navy blue colorway. We also have a very vibrant purple colorway. So you do have a plethora of options. However, all will kind of feature different upper materials, whether you think that's a pro or a con. But if you still want to grab this shoe, I have no doubt that you're gonna love this one as well. But hey, that pretty much wraps it up for me over here. This is the Sacai Vaporwaffle in the villain red colorway. Be sure to let me know down in the comment section what you actually think of this specific silhouette. And of course, thank you so much for coming through, hanging out, liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you all in the next one, but until then.